It's your girl Liz here. It's currently 7:15 in the morning. I'm gonna show you guys basically what it's like a typical day in a PA in New York. Cool, right? The streets of New York are horrible. So today I will be working as a PA. I would like to show you the typical day. I think today is gonna be typical, sort of. The shoot is gonna be a bit run and gun. It's gonna be a lot of outdoor shots in a couple different places around the city. This is not a shoot that I've been working on for a while or anything like that. I'm basically what you would call a day player. This means that I just come in for like a day or two, couple days, and then I'm done. So yesterday, what I did for them was I drove them around on a tech scout, which is basically just, you know, the senior crew members, like executive producer, client, driving them around different places just so they could double check the locations, see if they like everything. These particular people, I don't want to say too much because, you know, I don't want to get in trouble, but they are from another country, a very far country, for a large company that you guys know. I think it's probably some promotional content. That's another interesting thing, is that I don't necessarily know all the projects that I'm working on. Like, I don't always necessarily know what I'm working on. If I'm doing something that's like day playing, I might know it's a commercial, I might know it's not this or that thing, but I've had people come up to me on the street and they're like, "What are you filming?" I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I'm just working on it. So today I'm gonna be doing a lot of driving, have to help doing some setup, like craft services, which is basically like the food on set. I might have to be in control of that. I'm sorry that this is so shaky. I'm driving to go pick up my vehicle, the van that I was driving for them. I parked it kind of far, but I parked it in a place where there's no paid parking and there's no like alternate side parking, you know, where you have to switch the car from one side of the street to another. And so right now I'm gonna go pick up that car and then we're gonna be on our way to the shoot. So let's go. Two things we have to do. We have to fix our faces, put some makeup on, make sure we look presentable, because after all, this is Hollywood, baby. We gotta look our best, see? You gotta understand that it's rough out here. And I'm waiting for my big break, Mr. DeVille. Okay, I don't have to do all that stuff. I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna basically put my face on. We're doing this so fast. We gotta get going. That saying that they always talk about, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. That's definitely applies to PA life. But I will say that as a PA, there's a lot more tolerance than, let's say, a regular job. And I don't know, part of that might be because in the city of New York, so much shit is like always happening that can lead you to be late. They know how it is. It's not that much makeup. It takes us less than 5 minutes just to make ourselves look a little presentable, like a regular human being. So this is actually the car right here. Can't forget our books. I carry so many books on me at all times because I always have so much to read. Because sometimes on set you have some downtime, especially since it's going to be a bit of a run and gun shoot today, which means I'm going to be in the car while they're shooting. This is my hot ass ride I'm driving today. I'll be driving a 15 passenger van. 15 pass. We are off now to set. Like I said, we're gonna be around different parts of Manhattan today, so let's get going. Typically on set, we get breakfast in the morning. On usually these run and gun type shoots, we usually have sandwiches. We're gonna start breakfast early though. Meal replacements! When you're on a run and gun set like this, you usually don't have like a dedicated craft table. You just have like a bag of goodies that you keep in the vehicle for the crew, or whoever cast or whoever you're driving around. When I first got into the movie business, like I definitely gained some weight because they eat so good, but eventually the novelty of crafty wore off, and it hasn't really been anything too crazy except for when I get on like a really nice set, like a commercial for like, let's say a beauty brand or something, or the movie that I worked on earlier this year. It's usually if it's something special, right? If it's something special, then it's like, okay, I gotta try some of this. There's so many foods that I never had before that because of working in the industry, I was able to try. Like this one event that I work every year during the fall, it's like a chef's convention, and so you get to try all these different foods. Man, I mean, I had caviar for the first time, and I mean expensive caviar, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I so get it why they have it in all the shows. They're like, please bring me my caviar. I totally understand that. It's freaking delicious. We are getting towards the city now, and I'm excited. I'm gonna be about 10 minutes early. Which is what you want to do. You want to be waiting. You don't want them waiting on you. You want to be waiting out there, so if they want to get started early and they get to load early, then everything is good with that. So I want to tell you guys about this new habit I picked up. I decided last year that if anyone ever wanted to get over on me while driving, that I was gonna let them. I don't care if they cut in front of the line and they come from the back. I don't care if maybe I have to hold up a little bit of people behind me to let someone through. I gotta tell you, it has made driving so much less stressful. I know to people in other states, they're like, why wouldn't you let someone in? It's not like that. And I would even say maybe in California, it's not really like that either. Here, it's like people do not want you to change lanes. They don't care if it's the last exit or if they gotta tailgate the next car for a mile in order to not let you in. I don't know what it is. I decided that I let people in no matter what, even if they're doing some shady, like I said, cut in front of the line or something like that. I even held up like, go ahead guys, go on through. Letting multiple cars, people honking behind me because they don't want to let another car turn or something like that. Man, it really makes me feel like I'm giving back to my community. Isn't that pathetic? I have arrived at my destination. They are going to load my van with some crafty. Say it again. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm coming. This is what always happens with filmmaking. It's a lot of downtime, and then all of a sudden it's just like, go. This must be breakfast. Not at all. What happened? There you go. Oh, thank you. Uptime? What the heck is...
All natural burrito.
That is cool. Got my walkie. You said channel 1?
Channel 1.
Alright, we're good to go.
Work check?
Good check.
Copy. Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Like I said, this is a run and gun type of shoot, so was up by Central Park, and then now we're by Times Square so that they can get some B-roll shots. We got some batteries charging, fire watching, you know, holding down the fort. Let's see what kind of drinks they got back here. Ooh, just water for now. See, this is like some crappy they have. Definitely don't want any chips. Open that jelly bean. If I was buying crafty, I would not buy things like this. I might buy cookies, but I would get like a all-natural brand, you know. These bananas are green as hell. Chocolate almond, I'll take one of these. Unfortunately, this, because I'm a day player, I really can't show much. It's another PA thing.
What was that? Stand by, asking, stand by, asking.
We always have to keep the walkie on because in the car, I need to know what's going on over there so that I can always be a step ahead. Preemptive movements. It's your job to make everyone else's job on set easier. That means carrying something for somebody, getting them coffee, getting their lunch, doing set lockups, which is like stopping, let's say, pedestrians from walking through a shot. It could be helping out the camera crew. You might need to set up stands. I'm sorry that I'm talking with my mouth full, y'all. Help set up lights, plug in cords, go fetch things, you know, go buy props. Sometimes you have to buy things for the production. Sometimes you gotta fill out paperwork, do releases. Today I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just driving. They have me charging these batteries for them. And then sometimes they need something out of the van, so they'll tell me ahead of time. I'll go find it so that when they come, I just give it to them, and they're, you know, it's all about like anticipating, making the life easier for the crew. Go for Liz.
So, can you pull a walkie-talkie and a headset for...
Okay, he's gonna come to me.
I just need you to have it out and ready.
All right, copy, I'll get that. So another thing that I wanted to briefly mention is that the time has finally come. I had written my next short film. This next short that I'm making is gonna be the first short that I have with a budget. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of imposter syndrome, but it basically means at this point that I'm like, I'm taking myself very seriously. Sometimes that could be very intimidating. Yesterday I was listening to a lot of directors like Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, James Cameron talk about filmmaking and being a director, and they talked about their fear, their doubt that it happens nearly every single day. And you just kind of have to work through that. And for a while I was having a lot of doubt, and I would see people doing what I want to be doing, making films, you know, it would really hurt my heart, make me sad because they were doing it and I wasn't. I didn't have the balls to do it. And literally what's crazy is that all you have to do is have the strength and the power to ask, and that's how you get the things that you want. It's crazy. All you gotta do is ask. You could literally have your whole dreams come true. So I decided to ask. I decided to believe in myself, and so I'm gonna make this short happen. It's gonna probably be filmed in February or March. I'm definitely gonna need you guys' support for that, and I'll have more information on it very soon. So yeah, I wrote this. I'm gonna direct it. There's gonna be a crew about 15 people or so. The story.
We need to bounce from the car.
I need what?
Liz?
Go for Liz. I knew it was coming.
Bounce out. I'm coming to you right now.
The one in the front seat. I knew they were coming for this. So I'm saying, man, you gotta be one step ahead. You gotta be one step ahead. So the story is, a young idealistic model gets a rude awakening about the fashion industry when trying to score an ad from a beautiful, sadistic photographer. Yeah, it's like a thriller, suspense, creepy, fashion, I would say industry kind of film. And so I think it's gonna be really cool, really fun. So that's coming up next. And you know, when that's finished, I'll have it at festivals and premieres. For those of you that don't know, I'm gonna explain this for people who don't know. When you make a short film, it's basically like a business card. It's basically like a calling card. It basically is gonna show what I as a filmmaker can do, what I can offer. And of course this will be a part of my reel, which you guys saw me post. This will help me get more jobs and help me elevate myself in the industry, help me get more money, also get my own clients, do brand content and stuff. And you guys know I love travel. That's something that I really want to do. I want to do like brand content and like commercials. You ever see those commercials with like sandals, like the people on vacation, or like cruise line hotels and stuff like that? Yeah, I really want to get involved in that, and tourism and stuff like that. So yeah, all of this is for me to be able to do that. And although I've been MIA from YouTube, I have been working on all these things and doing photography. I've been doing like corporate photography and stuff. Okay, so now We are at an interesting location. If anyone watches Friends, we are actually at the Friends apartment building. Well, this is the apartment building that they use for their exteriors. As you can see, there's lots of tourists around taking pictures, and there's the camera. They're gonna do their thing soon. Something else that's kind of cool though, it seems that fans of the show have been writing on the wall and leaving quotes. Oh, I just realized what the sign says. It says, "Friends, don't write on the Friends building." Yeah, right. Damn, guys. I'm sorry. Today was such a boring day. It was literally just like, I'm just like in the van all day. That's how PA life can be sometimes. If you're in California, it'd be different though. They'd have places to park. But in New York, it's like, there's no parking.
You are on the fastest route despite unusually heavy traffic. You will arrive at 17.
You have to constantly keep moving and stuff. So, had to stay in the van today. So, there will definitely be a part 2 when I'm actually on set. Look for more coming soon, I guess. I mean, yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah.